Shalom to the nation of Israel. This is Barazal coming in spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, and to the hopeful like pushing his word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. This will be a quick lesson to be titled Be a Man, right? Job 38:3. Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. Right? So it's like, when things are getting tough and things are getting rough, and when you're going through situations, you just gotta, but they say, the Latin tribe to say, gird up your cojones, right? So gird up your loins, gird up your balls, right? Like a man. Because only men can gird up their loins like a man, because they have balls, right? And, as a man, things are going to get tough. And most times, going to put you through some tough things that you are capable of handling. But you have to, dig deep within yourself and really understand that, that you're able to handle it and it's happening for a reason, right? Because the men of the ancient times, like the stuff that they went through compared to stuff right now, it's 9-day difference, right? They went through people maybe attacking their village with swords, trying to kill their brethren, trying to take their women and stuff like that. Now, the stuff we have right now is not, what we're coming into is going to be bad, right? Like it's never been seen before, which is called Jacob's trouble. But normally back then, they went through more things than we did, right? This society is soft. Right? It's soft. They knew how to hunt. They knew how to start fires. I don't know how to do those things. I know how to start fire, hunting. I could figure it out, but it's not like a natural thing that I already know to do, right? They already knew how to do that. They were raised from kids to do those things, right? So the point of why I'm making this lesson is just like, when you're going through things, you gotta take it like a man. Take it like a man, right? You just gotta deal with it. Right, so now we're going to go, actually, now that I said that, I'm just going to grab one. I think it's 1 Corinthians 36 or 37. 13, there we go. That's right, 37. 1 Corinthians 13 and 7, beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. Right? So as a man, that's the mentality you should have, because that's what Yahweh Shai had. He didn't sit there and cry and complain and whine when Yahweh put him through things. Now, he did ask if there was other way. There's nothing wrong with that. And then he gave him his answer. He's like, all right. And then when he gave him his answer, he didn't bitch and complain about it. He's like, all right. Right? But he still asked, because you never know. Right? But he just dealt with it. He's dealt with it. Everything that was brought to him, he dealt with it like a man. He bared it, right? He bared whatever he was supposed to deal with, right? He believed that he believed in his father. He believed in himself, right? He believed in the apostles. He believed in the ministry, right? He hoped for all of them and all things, really. And he endured, especially when he, at the end, all the way on to death, he endured. Right, that's the mentality of a man. Like he's the alpha male. If you want to look at what a man's supposed to be like, you have to look at Yahweh Shai. He's the perfect example, and he did it perfectly. Right, Isaiah 46:8. Remember this and shew yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O you transgressors. Right, so you always have to think, right, of how you're supposed to be as a man. Right, that's why bring it to mind is how you always think about what Yahweh Shai did, how he was, right? How he was teaching the apostles, what he was telling them to do in situations, right? That's how we have to be. We have to constantly meditate on that because of the times that we're coming into. It's going to get serious. It's going to get very serious. It's going to get very rough. And if you're not grounded, you're not grounded. You're not going to be stable. You're gonna get shaken. You're gonna get shaken. You're gonna fall. right? When these hard times come, that's why you have to build that mind state or that mind mentality right now, right? Don't wait until it comes and think that, okay, now I'll take things seriously. No, no, no. You got to start now when you have time to do that. Right? First Maccabees 2:64. Wherefore, ye, my sons, be valiant and shew yourselves men in the slack. Wherefore, ye, my sons, be valiant and shew yourselves men in the behalf of the law, for by it shall ye obtain glory. Right? And by doing that, because we're going to do it to the best of our ability, right? Following the law, statutes, and commandments as a man, as an Israelite man, right? Of Yahweh Shem Shai. By doing that, we will make it to the end. Yahweh, we're part of that number, part of the elect. We'll make it to the end, and then we'll be glorified at the end. We get the crowns put on our heads, right? But that statement, it means there's gonna be things that are gonna be tough. There's gonna be things that's gonna be hard. Not everything's gonna be a cakewalk. There's gonna be situations where you have to really look at yourself and think about what you're doing. You know, you have to rebuke yourself a lot, right? You gotta be honest with yourself when you're going off. You'll be like, okay, this is off, right? That's why what I always say. If someone's saying something to you, saying something to you, and you might not like the way they're saying it, regardless of how they're saying it. Maybe they're angry or however that is. You have to take the emotions aside and look at what they're saying. Is what they're saying right? Is what they're saying right? If what they're saying is right, then you have to disregard all that emotion stuff, right? It's not really that important. If what they're telling you is right, just take that information and use it, right? Whether it's to rebuke you or whether it's just to help you out in a situation or whether it's to add on to what you already know, right? So another part is being a man is having control over your emotions, right? Because you lose a lot of experience or understanding in situations because you don't have control of your emotions, just because you're angry, just because you didn't want to listen to the person because they said something that you didn't like or they did something you didn't like, right? A man doesn't act like that. Now, it doesn't mean a man doesn't get angry, but the scriptures say a wise man is slow to wrath. He's not quick. He's slow. Okay? So just keep that in mind, man. You got to learn how to control your emotions. So the majority of the time, it's just yourself. Hey, I'm not saying other people don't say some wicked shit. Then you have to rebuke them. But majority of the time, it's just just this fleshly body getting angry over childish things. You know, 1 Corinthians 13:11. When I was a child, I spake as a child. There you go. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. So that includes those childish emotions, right? That's a childish emotions. It's childish. Getting mad, like getting quick-tempered to things when someone's just telling you the truth. Someone comes and tells you the truth and you're getting mad at them, and it's just like they just told you the truth about what you're doing. You're not even considering the fact that this person that's probably close to you told you something that you're doing that's negative or bad, right? You're not even considering that. You're just mad at the fact they told you this, right? Maybe the person is younger than you. Maybe the person is younger than you. So it could be that too. Maybe because the fact they're younger than you and they're telling you that you're doing something wrong and you don't like it, but you're disregarding the fact of what they're saying, right? And we're all in the flesh, so it's gonna happen. But the point is that you have to know when you're doing it, right? And I'm just talking about emotions, but that's the main thing that messes men up is their emotions. It makes them make mistakes because they can't see clearly because they're being emotional, right? And the childish things could also include like playing games, it could be bad habits, right? Being lazy, being reckless, careless, things like that. But the main thing I would talk about is emotion because that's, like I said, the one thing that messes men up. right? Which is kind of one thing that distinguishes you being a man or being a child, is you having control of your emotions, right? Because once you have control of your emotions, man, you think it's so much clearer. Everything's a lot easier. Everything's a lot easier once you control your emotions. But learning how to control your emotions is very difficult because you have to be honest with yourself. You got to look at yourself. You got to be completely naked in front of Yahweh Shem Shai with yourself. So when you're getting rebuked, you got to look at why you're getting rebuked. What is the person saying? Is it right? If it's right, then you just deal with it. Take it. Take it, get better, and don't do it again. Right? That's it. And then you just learn from that situation. 1 Corinthians 14 and 20. Brethren, be not children in understanding, howbeit in malice be ye children, but in understanding be men. Right? So in malice, it's just like when you go through a tough time. You know what? Let's just go into word malice because I don't want to butcher it. I do know what it means, but it's a as we put the word.
Strong's G 2549. Kakia.
Kakia. So malignity, malice, ill will, desire to injure, wickedness, depravity, evil, trouble. Wickedness that is not ashamed to break laws, right? So evil, trouble. So when you're going to evil and trouble, when trouble's happening, right? Be like children. So with children, when they go through things with other kids, right? They get over it quickly. So that's having control of your emotions. You get over it quickly. It doesn't mean you don't take in what happened. You take in what happened, okay, and you get over it. Right? That's why kids are so good at making friends. Because they get over things very quickly. But when you get older, you start to hold on to things. You're like, oh, I don't like the way that brother talked to me. I don't like it. Yeah, but was he right? I don't care. You shouldn't talk to me like that way. She has respect. It's like, man, like, for me, it's like, look, if the person's right, I don't really care about that. Yeah, I will be taking in what they're saying and how they're saying it. And if they're above me or they're below me, whatever. But the question is, are they right? Then who cares? Right? Who cares? Just because they might say something to you a certain way, you don't like it, doesn't mean you get angry at them and you start talking to them a certain way when you know they're right. That's just being childish. That's being petty. No, you take what they said and you just treat them the same way. You treat them as if they didn't even do anything because they did it. And you just treat them the same way. And then whatever issue, maybe you never know. Maybe they're looking at you a certain way. And maybe you're doing something that they're taking in the wrong way, right? Which is why they're talking to you like that with that tone, even though what they said was right. Right? But if you just be the same person you are and just be kind to them, they will be like, oh, this guy's not what I thought he was. And you will notice that they'll stop talking to you like that. But that's having control of your emotions. That's like a whole different game. But it's like you need to have control of your emotions. Right? You got to get over stuff. You can't be holding grudges. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. Right? So it's just a lesson. And, and that's even, you talk about brethren, but even with your family members, you got to get over stuff. They're not perfect. None of them are perfect. You're not even perfect. You're trying to be perfect. And you're going to hold grudges against them about stuff they did. They're not even in the truth. They don't even know. They're not even aware of the things they did. They're not even aware of the magnitude of what they did. So you gotta let it go. You should feel remorse for them, for the fact that they have no idea what they're doing and what's going on, right? They have no idea that they're going off, right? Anyways, I don't want to rant. Brethren, be not children in understanding, howbeit in mouths be children, but in understanding be men. Yeah, so as a men be understanding, have understanding. Understand like men. So we're going to go to 16. 1 Corinthians 16 and 18. This is the last one. 16 and 13. Watch ye, stand fast in the faith. Quit you like men. Be strong. I believe that's quite, not quit. Let me read that again. 1 Corinthians 16 and 13. Watch ye, stand fast in the faith. Quite you like men, be strong. Right? So in the faith, in this ministry, you got to stand fast. You got to stand strong. You got to be stable. You got to have the like mind. Arm your mind like Yahweh Shai, right? Like the elect. right? Be strong. Don't be weak. Because you have to remember, Yahweh Shem Shai is not going to put you in a situation that you can't handle. Anything he puts you through, you can handle it. But you just have to gain control of your emotions. Once you gain control of your emotions, you can see that you can handle the situation. It's not as bad as you thought it was. Now, it doesn't mean we're not going to go through some rough shit, but that's why you got to dig deeper, right? You got to be like a man. Anyways, I hope this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect, that will push his word and truth in ministry across the four corners of the earth. And shalom until next time.